Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Year 4 Maths for Tuesday. We're going to start off with Give Me 5, which means you get 5 minutes to answer 5 questions, just keeping your skills sharp. So get yourself a timer and off we go. Here's the questions. Pause the video and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, hopefully that's your 5 minutes done. Here are the answers. This one was a little bit tricky. That was a bit of a wake-up call. That was just about coming up with some calculation that would give you the answer 12. So you might not have that one, that's just an example. But any calculation that gives you an answer of 12, so that equals signs works. 3 times 4 is 12 equals something else that equals 12. Okay, let's get started on our lesson today. We're moving on today to division, dividing by 2-digit numbers. But before we start division, just have a thought, write down in your jotter as many words as you can to do with division. And again, pause this video just while you do that. Think about all the words you can think of that are about division and note them down. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. Pause your video. Okay, hopefully you had a chance to do that, and hopefully you'll come up with a few words such as division, divide, sharing, grouping, repeated subtraction. You might have come up with words like divisor or even quotient, which is the proper mathematical term for the answer when we're talking about division. I wonder if you can remember what the equivalent is in multiplication. We'll come back to that another day. Right, let's get on with our Maths No Problem. Starting with our in focus task. Mr. Smith has a collection of 68 old postcards. Ruby and Rabbi share them equally. How many postcards should each take? So this is when we start to really think about what problems we might be encountering today and what skills we need in order to answer them. So first off, we need to think about what is this problem actually asking us. So it's asking us about how many postcards each child will get if 68 are shared fairly or equally between them. So what do we know? We know there are 2 children and we know there are 68 cards. Have a think about how could a bar model help us to represent this problem. If you like, you can pause this video and have a go at drawing a bar model to represent this problem if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to move on. Okay, so here we have the problem. The equation is 68 divided by 2, and you can see they've partitioned that now into the 8, and shortly we'll be coming on to the 60. So they've partitioned the 68 into 60 and 8, and we're dealing with the 8 first. So here we have represented as a picture 8 ones, and we're dividing 8 ones by 2. So you can see they have drawn a line down the middle to divide it into 2 equal parts. Right, now we're moving on to the 60. 60 divided by 2, and similarly to the previous picture, they're showing the 60 as 6 tens here, and then they're dividing it into 2 equal parts. 60 divided by 2 equals 30, and as I said before, this is a quotient. The answer is called a quotient. Divide 6 tens by 2. And then of course, let me go back one, you would need to add the 2 answers together from this page and the previous page to get 34 in total. Okay, here is another way of showing the same thing. So they have partitioned the 68 into tens and ones, and this is shown in this picture in this way, which we've done a lot of in year 3 and 4, partitioning numbers in this way, so you should be quite familiar with this. 68 at the top, partition it into the tens, which is 60, and the ones, which is 8. And this is basically what they did in the first method, but it's just showing it in a different way. And often we do it this way because then you can actually use mental math skills to help you solve the problem. Okay, so 60 divided by 2 is 30, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. And add the two together, it's just cut that off accidentally, and you get 34. Okay, so here's a couple of practice ones before we move on. So again, you can pause the video, and basically they're just showing how you can partition into tens and ones to make the division by a single digit number easier, because you should be able to do a lot of these because they are in your times tables. So 40 divided by 4, how many 4s are there in 40? 4 times what is 40? That sort of thing should help you answer those questions. And don't forget, you can use a multiplication square to help you if you're not feeling particularly confident about your times table knowledge, and that can help you even in division. So have a go at these. You put the answers in here, and then you put the answers for this one in here, this one in here, add them together to get your final answer. Pause the video here and have a go in your jotters at these questions. Right, now we're going to move on to worksheet number 12. It says for question 3, use your jotter for working out. Of course, you can use your jotter at any time for any working out that you need. You don't have to print off the worksheet. You should have your Maths No Problem book, or if you don't, you can just write the answers into a jotter. You don't need to print anything off. Let's have a look at the worksheet. Nothing that you haven't seen before. They're asking you here to circle the discs to show the division facts, fill in the blanks. Okay, so you just need to circle 39 divided by 3. You just need to draw a circle to show that. Okay, and then on the second page, after that, it's more of the examples that we already did previously, where they partitioned the numbers for you to work out the answer. So actually, this is the whole question. So do these bits first and this at the bottom, and then pop the answer in the top. These ones down at the bottom, again, use your jotter if you need some space for jottings or to work it out. Okay, there's not a lot of space here. Use a piece of paper to help you. Okay, once you have done your worksheets, we have got some more practice, and again, you don't need to print this off. You can write them in your jotter. And these more practice questions are just division of 2-digit numbers by single digits. Okay, so you can use whichever method works for you. You can use these just to give you a bit more practice. And they've thrown in a couple of really easy ones here and there, just to give you a little brain break. And once you've completed all of that, you'll find the answers at the bottom of this presentation, at the bottom of this PDF, which is on the website. Okay, good luck. Any questions, you can contact your teacher on Dojo if you're not sure, or you can re-watch this video and have another go.